guys, Bulma here, and joining me today is my haunted toaster, Pip.
You only get burnt toast.
What? I wasn't expecting that.
I know. I always ask her before. I'm like, "All right, what's the intro gonna be? Do you have it?" And sometimes she tells me what she's gonna say, and sometimes she doesn't. And sometimes I don't tell her what I'm gonna say,
Yeah.
and sometimes I do.
It's fun.
It's fun for everybody.
Good one.
It's fun for everyone.
And we're playing
Back with a little Enter the Gungeon.
our fun little gun game with lots of puns.
Yeah.
Although I'll try to make better puns this time.
Well, this is our second episode of Enter the Gungeon.
Yes.
Don't expect a whole lot of them. This is just kind of a for fun game.
Yeah.
Something.
Little random generator, go through. Bullet barrage.
Yeah, I figure I'd give you guys another look at it after I had been playing for a while and gotten a little better.
Yeah.
Now, here's what's funny. I've gotten a little better, but I'm not exactly sure that it will be a better run. But such is the way.
Such is the way.
You guys know the way.
The way. Oh my god.
I know we're not doing that here. But, God, everywhere.
I know.
It's everywhere now.
I've been seeing it a lot on the Bulma page, people commenting that on things I post, and at first I was like, I'd ignore it. I was like, I don't know what this is, but okay.
Do you know the way?
And then I saw a video from SSJ9 on YouTube where they had him and Goku fuse, and that was hilarious. I got a real kick out of that. But then, now I'm just seeing it everywhere, like almost so many videos. It's got the little Ugandan knuckles on it.
I've been playing The Division. I see it on there all the time. Do you know the way? Do you know the way?
Does not know the way.
He does not know the way, boy. Like, oh, what?
I know there's I don't know if it's a mod or if someone made a. I'm assuming it's a mod, but I've seen a lot of videos of this game. Everyone's running around as him, and they're all just going, my brother, and I'm like, what madness is this? Like, I don't even know where it originated from. Like, why is that really? I don't know.
I was on PUBG before I turned off the voice chat on the person I was playing with. Before he enlightened me that amidst racial slurs and the N-word and calling me a faggot.
Good one, bud.
That he also knew the way.
Oh my.
So, so you know, it's everywhere now. Even the little trolls are doing it.
Why?
I don't know.
I love those little the shotguns. I always look at them and I think it's a little mini Marge Simpson.
Yeah, I know.
The
right?
blue.
I just think it's funny. Like, I can't get away from it on any online platform.
I know,
you know
it's
what
everywhere.
I mean? Do I know the way? All right. Enough. No more proliferation.
We will not promote this any further.
Oh, but I want to. That's the problem. All right.
Oh, you should. I wish we had it on record. Pip had a pretty good little moment playing PUBG today. Tell him about Bushman.
Oh, the Bushman.
That was great.
Yeah, I wish I had that on recording. That was so good.
It's like hiding out in a bush.
I had seen, I don't know if you guys know about like Zero Punctuation and stuff. I've been watching that since before it was a big thing. Oh, hipster.
I saw it before it was cool.
Yeah, I saw it before it was cool. But no, I found it a long time ago. I just watched Yahtzee's thing about PUBG. And he said something in his video about how, like, grass doesn't show up from so far away, so he's sitting there like snailing along the ground.
Yeah.
And then he sees from the
like, yeah,
other person's perspective that it's just him caterpillaring out in the middle of empty texture, And so I found a bush in the game, and I was sitting there, crouched in this bush. Guys,
Inside the bush.
It was perfect. It was perfect. I had like a green camo pants on, and a green camo backpack, and just everything blended perfectly into this bush. I mean, the only thing that you could see was like the muzzle of the gun poking out.
Oh,
you know what
I am just a bush. Ignore me.
It was awesome.
Nothing suspicious going on here.
And I found a Jeep, and I found a Scar, got a Jeep, drove to this like house, got all this ammo and stuff, and I was set, and I'm like right in the middle of the map, so I was like, all right, I'm just gonna bunker down here. And I was in the house originally, and I was like, nah, screw this. I'm gonna go out there and be a little more proactive this game. So I go outside, and I hunker down in this bush, just blend in perfectly. And I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, I wonder if this bush is processing from further away, or if I'm just standing here in the middle of no man's land.
Look at this guy just crouching there, like in the middle. What is this guy doing?
Yeah.
Nah.
Not the case. Like 3 or 4 people, like a couple people drove by me, and I was like, all right, I'm not going to take pot shots and alert them to my position.
Yeah.
One guy, like, walked into the house. I could hear him, like, shooting, having, like, a sniper war with some guy up on the ridge. And I couldn't see him, but I knew he was, like, right below this little ridge in front of me, like, 15 feet in front of me. And, after a while, I guess the guy on the ridge who he was having the sniper battle with won, and so he started to fall back, and he ran right by me, and I just popped out and started spraying him. And
surprise, bitch!
The guy, I didn't even get the kill. The guy up on the ridge ended up getting the kill. And instead of going out to get the loot for the guy, I knew they were having a battle, so I just crouched down back in my bush. You know what I mean?
Be one with the bush.
Yeah, I became one with the bush. Bushman.
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 Bush tails, woo!
Yeah. And so I'm sitting there waiting, and I see another guy drive by. I don't take any pot shots at him. And I see the guy who he was having the sniper battle with, like, come up the ridge where the guy was initially hiding, who was close to me. And I see him there, and I'm like, oh, does he see me? Because he, like, stops moving as soon as he, like, comes into my peripheral. And he crouches down, and then he lays down on the ground, and I was like,
Sneaky.
oh yes, so I was like, oh, he's probably like scoping me out right now, and I'm just about to get headshot, and I'm gonna die, and I'm gonna look like a punk. And so I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a little proactive here. So I like aimed in the general direction, stood up, so I was out of the bush, and I just blatted him in the face, and he died, and I was like, Bushman!
A pip in the bush is worth 2 in the hand.
It was so fun. This is like the first time. This is the second time I've actually killed somebody in the game.
Aww.
And it was so good because you could see him. He was probably sitting there thinking, is that a guy in that bush? No.
Dirty. Bushman.
It was great. I eventually had to, the circle closed in kind of wonky on me, so I wasn't in the last circle, so I had to make a ditch for it. Mm-hmm. And some guy blatted me out in the middle of a field.
You lived by the bush.
I lived by the bush, died by the bush. I should have just stayed in that bush. Let the zone kill me. Oh well. That was my PUBG story, guys. I don't have it on recording, but it was fun. I mean, if you don't believe me that I actually killed one person.
No way you didn't do it.
Yeah, no way.
You screw him, can't kill guys.
No way, Pip. You didn't kill one guy. What a story. If I was going to make something up, guys, I'd tell you how I killed like 38 people and I had the best run ever.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to know it's a straight up lie because I'm terrible at that game. I'm terrible. It's the best I can do to sit in a bush and snipe some dude in the face 10 feet away who's lying down on the ground.
Good soup.
Oh, yeah. It was fun. It was fun, though.
So yesterday, Snoop Dogg was promoting this game. It's an early access called SOS. It's a game where apparently you need 16 players and they work together to escape a dangerous island.
Ooh, you almost said escape.
Yeah, I know. I caught myself. I know grammar. I speak grammar.
You speak.
I speak good words. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he wasn't actually playing the game. He had a green screen, and he's against the background of what looks like a match going on. And some people had, I don't know why. I mean, some people were like, "Oh, boo, not cool. Like, play the game." And it was like, he's just promoting the game. Like, it's just a promotion. Like, chill, guys. And like, and then the other half of people were just like, they were loving it. They were digging it.
It'd be one thing if it were like, I'm going to use like a random internet stuff. It'd be one thing if it were like Markiplier or, a big name YouTuber to be promoting a game that he's not actually playing. Yeah, that would be pretty scandalous. But this is Snoop Dogg, guys. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
We all know Snoop Dogg isn't like a big time gamer. If he is, maybe he's a peripheral gamer. But Snoop Dogg's cool. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we can all agree that Snoop Dogg has earned awesome status.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't know, especially I don't know why people would complain when
Snoop Dogg
during the stream he was smoking a blunt and looking down on his phone to read ingredients that go into his brand of premium plant nutrients.
I'll say that I don't agree with that based solely on the grounds that if you or I did that, your stream's gone.
Yeah, it is a promotion thing, but
No, but if you or I did that, you're gone. You're not allowed to promote drug use on it. You're gone.
Yeah.
But because it's Snoop Dogg, it's a different standard, and I don't agree with that. I think everybody should go by the same standard, whether you're Snoop Dogg or
I agree.
Or Bob from accounting. Yeah.
Yeah. He also did a rap about papayas.
This is to say, I think everybody should be able to smoke on stream if you want. I guess. Rock on.
But yeah, he also did a rap about papayas and killing demons with knives while on stream.
All right.
I am sure that there are videos up on YouTube of it. I unfortunately did not catch it, but that sounds like a trip. I want to hear this rap.
That sounds like some classic Snoop Dogg. I'm down.
Yeah. That was like a nice, actually, piece of news. I haven't seen a really heart-lifting
some good positive news. It's nice. It's nice. Now what can we rant about horribly for the next 10 to 15 minutes?
Well, I do have some...
I was joking, no!
I do have some more things that aren't really too aggressive.
I was totally joking. Just for the record. I didn't want this.
Nothing bad. It's nothing bad. Nothing to worry about, guys.
She says, snickering to herself. Oh, don't worry, guys. It's not bad.
For Monster Hunter World tomorrow, there will be a day one update that you need to use if you're going to do online, or you need to download if you want to do online. So just putting that out there. If people didn't already know that, there's apparently some huge day one patch that comes along with downloading the game and everything.
Bum bum bum.
Not a big thing, just big old patch for day one.
Seems, I've harped on other games about this, so I won't excuse Monster Hunter World. Okay, just so you guys know, it's not okay to release a game in a half-finished state. This seems pretty minor compared to some other things that I'm sure we can all think about off the top of our heads. Division. But just think back in the PlayStation days or the PlayStation 2 days.
Yeah.
You weren't allowed to release a half-finished game with the promise that in 6 months it'll be the game that they promised. No. No. There was no surefire way to tank your company into the ground than by doing something like that. The companies didn't go, hey, we re-released this shell game, and we intend for you to invest full price for it, and then buy the expansion pack later that will flesh it out. No. That's not how it worked. But all of a sudden, that's like commonplace nowadays. We're going to release a half-finished super buggy game, and we'll work on it, guys. We'll work on it. Now, there's, there are good things and bad things that can come of this. You know what I mean? If a company's going, oh, we're gonna patch things later, this means that they can fix actual issues with their game further down the line. It's an obvious benefit. Or you can do stuff like Destiny 2. I hate to keep coming back to this as the perfect example, but there it is.
Yeah, it's
where they release a game that's not even up to standard of their last game. Destiny 1 is a more complete package than Destiny 2. But it's okay, guys. We have the intention of, bringing the game up to snuff later down the road. What?
What did I just pay for?
Yeah, why am I not just playing Destiny 1 then?
I mean, I would have been furious as a child if I was playing, first thing that comes to my mind, because I just recorded some, was Kingdom Hearts. If I had gotten that and then, can't play the game for a while because there's a patch, Fortnite was down for a while just recently. It just today or yesterday came back online. It was having server issues. If I couldn't have played my game or had to, wait for extra content to come out, I would have been furious back in the day. But now it's we just kind of accept it and just roll over. Yeah, okay.
Well,
give us more.
Well, this is another topic just about shit. I just spaced. I'm watching the Gungeon. I'm watching people turn into chickens, and I lost my train of thought.
A rice chicken.
A rice.
A rice chicken.
This is a problem with always online services. They're in some instances, always online services are completely necessary. They make complete sense, and they're good for the game and the community. In some instances, looking at you, basically every single single player game.
Yeah, that was like a tongue twister.
Single. That's
every single player game.
Yeah, single. That's throwing me off. There's no reason that a single player game should be always online. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, isn't the new Metal Gear gonna have? I think even the single player mode is gonna be online.
Yeah.
It has to be online.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's no reason for that. It's just so they can, bog you down with their DRM anti-cheating software that doesn't work. You know what I mean? That's why you can go and download these games illegally days after they come out in some cases, because the DRM software doesn't work for very long anyway, and all it serves to do is slow down your computer and make your game run like crap. But yeah, what else do we have in the news? Come on, something positive, help me.
Well, it was confirmed that BioWare is working on a new Dragon Age game.
I think I heard something about this.
Yeah.
Aren't they talking about it not being a single player game? Which ties in wonderfully to what we're just talking about here.
I don't have anything.
No, you're fine.
No.
Keep going.
No.
I believe I heard something to the effect of that they're going to still be focused on single player and story and stuff like that, but it's going to be one of these always online. What a great tie-in. It's going to be one of these always online multi-phase transition. I don't know, guys. It looks janky as hell. It doesn't look like what Dragon Age is all about. Dragon Age has always been about like a tightly crafted story and characters. I don't know about tightly crafted, but you know what I mean. It's always been about the story and the single player campaign, and it's kind of odd to see them stray away from that.
I never played.
I mean, it's odd, and then you look at, you know, how much money all these companies make by, you know, throwing in online online microtransactions into their games, and then you understand why they're doing it all of a sudden.
Well, I hope that we are on our way to not having all these fracking loot boxes
I was just
and
telling
microtransactions.
I was just telling Bulma, I think they're on their way out.
Yeah.
I think this year was the year where they pushed really hard for it, and everyone pushed back. And, you know, very common knowledge that that's what happened.
I thought it was really cool that a lot of key YouTubers were, you know, and Twitch streamers, they are not playing a lot of Destiny 2 anymore. You know, they're rebranding their channel, kind of moving away from it because the game's not growing, so their channel is not growing. It's simple as that, you know, and a lot of people are, you know, I feel like we are tired of this, and I haven't checked out any Destiny 2 content or watched any Let's Plays of the new Battlefront 2 game. Like, I don't want to check them out. So, you know, these YouTubers and Twitch streamers are changing up their content, which I think is really cool. You know, be like, hey, your shit's not acceptable. We're moving on.
Well, look, the reason that the Twitch streamers
they're losing all these views.
Yeah, they're losing these because these games are super unpopular.
Yeah.
And so they're like, man, screw this.
What was it, like almost a 10,000 decrease?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Versus Destiny 1, it was the views?
some of the lowest views on Twitch.
4,000, I think it was.
Yeah,
4,000 to 7,000.
Yeah, it dipped super low at some points.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it's down like 1 million views per some capita.
Not doing good.
Than Destiny 1 was a year ago. You know, so like a year ago, people collectively watched 1 million more hours of Destiny 1 than they've watched of Destiny 2 right now. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm probably misquoting it.
It was, yeah.
You can find better news source for it, but that's the gist of it. You know, people have stopped playing the game.
Mm-hmm.
People stopped watching. People stopped caring because, you know, they're tired of it.
And it's they're not listening.
No, they're not listening. It's going to be the same thing with all these companies that want to keep doing this. And that's why I say that loot boxes are on their way out. Because these companies will learn a lesson if you hit them in their pocketbooks.
Yep.
And that's why I've been hearing a lot about, like, Anthem lately.
Yep.
And people are damn it, woman. People are saying how, oh, well, Anthem might still be pretty good. It's just cosmetic. It's just cosmetic stuff in here, guys. It's gonna be fine. It's totally. We're gonna be like Good Guy Blizzard. Yeah. Yeah.
I got something on that later.
That's a personal vendetta of mine.
Yeah.
I'll be happy when everybody else comes to that conclusion too.
Yeah, and Anthem's not even launching this year anymore.
Well, listen, it was slated for release at sometime this year, like the end of the year, and they've delayed it. And we just heard something to the effect of, what was it? Like, the delays were because they were working on optimizing the way that their loot boxes work and, you know, optimizing the game and stuff like that. It's things that you would expect to hear, but I definitely heard the thing about we're taking, like, another look at the way our microtransactions work in the game. We're going through that again. The only reason that they would go through that again is because it was already, rework it again, is because it was intended to fuck you. And that's why it needs to be reworked in light of how badly Battlefront 2 went over. So, I mean, mark my words, they're either going to go into full damage control mode on this game.
They're like, oh, Scarbow's like, oh, revert, we gotta...
Yeah, but here's the bottom line. It's slated for release in, like, 2019 now.
Yeah. From sources from Kotaku.
From sources inside Kotaku. If 2018 goes the way that I think it will and loot boxes become very taboo and very, something you don't want in your games anymore, then by the time it comes out in 2019 and it comes out packing its loot boxes and stuff, that its whole economy will be designed around because EA.
We've got to make money.
We've got to make money. That they will either have to... The game will either tank hard or... I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. I'm sorry. I'm probably just rambling. But, I don't think it's going to be good. I think if it is good, it will be good in spite of EA.
Yeah.
If it's good, it'll be good in spite of itself.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting
time will tell.
Still waiting to see what they'll do with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, my hopes are so low for that.
I know. It's
I know, it's so disappointing.
Please learn from what's going on with these other companies. And...
Oh, well, they won't. No, seriously, this is Rockstar. They have made all the money off of GTA 5. They're like, we don't care about controversy. We don't care about any of that. Guys, do you see these figures? It's hard to argue with that. I'm going to be real, too.
You ready for what I had mentioned? I had some Blizzard news.
I'm ready.
Ready for that.
I'm ready.
Prepare your buttholes.
Hit me, Blizzard.
Probably not the worst thing. Well, Blizzard added more than 100 new cosmetic items to Overwatch's base loot box yesterday. And a lot of people are concerned that with the increase in items, it's going to have a decrease in the odds of actually getting any of the good stuff.
Absolutely.
All Blizzard had to say was the loot box odds have not changed. That's all they said. It was just a reply on Twitter to Slaytan, awesome name by the way, who said, okay, but you severely lowered the odds of getting epics and legendaries.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all they had to say was, it hasn't changed.
All right,
That's all they said.
I want you to think about this. First of all, they didn't add hundreds of new skins, okay? They didn't... 100 or hundreds?
100.
Okay. They didn't add 100 new skins to the game, okay? They added probably... I don't know the exact numbers here, okay? I'm just going to guess. Just going to... Straight guesswork here, guys, okay? Nothing said about this is true. Specifically. They probably added, a skin or two for every character, right?
That sounds about right.
So probably like 20, maybe 25 skins. The rest of that is sprays and, just garbage. Sprays and tags and emotes, or not emotes. Yeah, emotes.
Oh.
It's just garbage. Absolute garbage.
Not to mention
And it's to water the pool down. Now, if they're going to sit here and say the odds haven't changed, that is an actual lie. Like, think about it. If you have a pool of like 500 items, okay? Mm-hmm. Let's just say, hypothetically, you have a pool of 500 items ranging from like 0.1% to drop to, 3%, right? Mm. Because this all equals up to 100% at some point, right?
Yep.
Never mind. I'm not making sense now.
Last year, in order to remain in compliance with Chinese law, Blizzard revealed the drop rates for their loot box.
After they played the loopholes for a while.
Yeah, playing the game. And the epics drop at an average rate of once in every 5.5 loot boxes, while legendaries turn up once in every 13.5 loot boxes. And this is last year, and now they've added 100 more. They're not. It doesn't even say if they're like anything like exclusive. They just 100 new things. And like you said, it's probably a lot of bullshit skins and sprays.
Bunch of crap.
Not even the skins. I mean, sprays and.
Oh, but Pip making skins costs money. Oh well, fuck. Excuse me, guys. I didn't realize that the giant ad marketing campaign that Blizzard's running and stuff isn't making them any money.
Oh.
I forgot. You're right. They can't afford to upkeep on their game. They can't afford to. It's not in Blizzard's best interest to keep interest in their game. You have to pay for that.
God, that reminds me of a video we saw the other day, which enraged me so much. Developers saying, the single player experience is just too expensive to make, and the expectation level from gamers is really high in terms of how long the game is, what sort of features it has, how good the production values are. All of those things are really expensive to do, they said.
I know, you'd think they don't make money.
And they said this was one of the most outlandish things. They said, and quote, if you go back 10 years, you could still say the console market is roughly the same size.
Yeah.
What?
Totes, guys. That means in the last 10 years, there hasn't been anyone new playing video games. God, I completely missed that whole mobile phone app game boom. Oh man.
Yeah, they literally said that the audience they're selling to is relatively the same size, but the cost of making the game is tenfold these days. So that's an obvious problem.
How can you believe anything these people say when they come out saying things like this?
I feel like it's exploding, with the indie market and the PC gaming. There's so many kids and
let's be real. The absolute biggest piece of the pie when it comes to people playing games is the mobile phone market. Yeah. It's 40% of video game sales are on your phone and stuff. It's a huge piece of the pie. The mass majority. People play a lot of games on their phone, but apparently those people don't count.
I mean, and there's so many.
Oh, you're right though. That he did just say the platform,
console.
The console gaming. So that hasn't increased, which is
there's so many kids who have Wiis and young kids.
That is an absolute bald-faced lie. That's saying that there weren't any new people that got into gaming thanks to the Wii.
Xbox 360. I mean, there are so many kids and of all ages people are playing games.
I mean, kids have always played games, but I mean, think about the Wii. That's saying that the Wii didn't get any old people playing the game. Yeah. Yeah.
And and there's so many new consoles and things and a lot of people have more than one console, different type. They might have a Wii and a PlayStation or whatever combination. So
no, that's just an absolutely laughably wrong fact. A laughably wrong bit of information that he's trying to put out there.
And they continue to say that one and done types of games also frustrates developers from a creative standpoint, as consumers tend to play those games very quickly after the creatives have spent years of their lives conceiving this fictional world. And I'm like, I've gone back and played a game I love multiple times, Red Dead Redemption. I'm sure
Oh, God.
There's so many games I go back and play.
No, you're right. That 2,000 hours plus that I've spent in the Bloodborne in the Dark Souls series offline. I mean, you're right, guys. No one plays single player games anymore.
And especially, like, a lot of people, they love getting those 100% and stuff, so people play after the game.
No, yeah.
And
That guy's a joke.
It's so laughable.
That guy's a joke.
I can laugh more at it now, but first time hearing this,
You have to
I
laugh
was
at
boiling
stuff.
hot.
You have to laugh at stuff like that. It's just provably untrue. It's clearly some corporate shill coming out there and going, you people are just complaining too much. It's not enough that we make $200 million in profit. We want to make $700 million in profit.
Oh, I'm sorry. You want to push for the online multiplayers and the loot boxes and microtransactions. I forgot. You don't care about the gamer's experience or, anything that we want.
No, that's very clear already. And now I think some studios and some publishers make good games despite themselves or despite the big corporations' oversight and stuff. Thank God for indie games. That's all I'm saying.
Thank God for indie games.
I don't know, guys. We've been really negative this episode, but
Rainbows and sunshine. What you talking about?
I mean, in all fairness, we got some good games coming out here pretty soon. We're going to be playing them. We're going to be covering them.
No.
We're going to be having a good time.
All the games come out tomorrow.
Yeah, so I mean, we're looking forward to it. It's not all doom and gloom, just mostly.
Just most.
It's all mostly just shit, guys. Don't worry.
Oh.
We're here to talk you through it.
We'll be there.
Oh, this is us right after we say that. Shit.
Aw.
Yep. It's alright, though.
It's a fun little game, though.
This is a very fun game. Maybe wait for it to go on sale and pick it up. I think it's worth it. Keep you playing for quite some time. I feel like I still haven't even scratched the tip of this iceberg on this game, and I've put in like 40 hours already.
Wow. Thanks, guys, for joining, and we'll be back with daily uploads on the Daily Brief.
See ya!